The number one seniors, like you and me, end up in nursing homes can be avoided. And I'm going to talk to you about the number one reason that we will end up in a nursing home if we don't get our acts together, okay? Most seniors don't end up in a nursing home because of one big medical occurrence, okay? Most seniors think nursing homes happen suddenly. It doesn't. You've been laying off for a while. I was fat for 30 years. I'm 65, 70 pounds lighter, depending upon the day right now. And along with that came a lot of other complications like diabetes and neuropathy. And it's only been recently that I have helped myself. So we're going to talk about that and some other reasons in here. The number one reason seniors end up in a nursing home is you lose the ability to perform basic daily activities. Okay? Activities of daily living, they call it, or they've got an acronym, as I do for everything, ADLs. Okay? If I do use an acronym, I will say what it is because I'm in the middle of this and I just learned about ADLs a couple of days ago. I mean, I knew what the things were, but I didn't know what they called it. So I don't use acronyms because you aren't into this. I've researched it as much as I have, and with everything else that I do, okay? So here are the activities of daily living. Bathing. So what happens with bathing that can lead to a nursing home? Now, it's not just one thing, but it's a bunch of these activities of daily living, okay? Bathing. You start avoiding showers. You don't take a shower every day like you used to or every other day. Maybe you go to 4 days or 5 days or even a week, okay? And you slip in the shower or you have a fear of falling in the bathroom, okay? Another one, dressing. Wearing the same clothes several days in a row. And it looks like you slept in them because they're all wrinkled and they're starting to smell. Oh, about 5 years ago, I had a phase where I didn't want to change my clothes for about a week, and I snapped out of it, okay? And I change every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, depending upon what videos I have to shoot, okay? Not big changes, just above the waist changes. By the way, I always have pants on when I'm doing my videos. I don't do this like some Zoom people, okay? I don't know if that was maybe TMI, too much information. Anyway. You start wearing mismatched clothes, and that is a faux pas for me. You can see there's red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue here. And my socks, I'm not going to say, but they might have a little red, white, and blue in them also. So if you're a matcher like I am, and you come out mismatched, they know something's wrong with me, okay? The buttons and the zippers are hard to function with. The shoes are hard to get on. And you have difficulty with your socks also. Eating, you're skipping meals, you're losing weight, you're just you have a difficult time cutting food, and you're cutting food out of your diet just because you don't feel like it, okay? Continence. All I'm going to say about that is bladder and bowel control. We all know what that is, okay? And your mobility. You know, you have a tough time getting out of the car, onto the street, into the car from the garage or the driveway. Little things like that we used to do with ease and never even thought about, okay? So the activities of daily living are the primary reasons you go into a nursing home. Now, that's not enough, and I'm not going to cover enough on this video. And like always, please, don't take my word as gospel. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an attorney. I've got no MBA, no DBA. I got nothing, okay? All I got is 69 years of experience, 33 businesses I started. I stopped counting at 33, and I'm Greg Colosi, and I'm age 69. I am on no medications. I beat diabetes 2.5 years ago. My A1C was 10.1 at one point in the past, and now it's 5.3. And I had neuropathy really bad in my feet 3 years ago, and it is 95% gone. Okay? I couldn't even walk on a golf course. That's how bad it got. And that was the event in my life that said, okay, pal, you better get your act together. And I thought it was too late, but it's not too late, okay? It's not too late for any of you. I don't care what age you are. There are others your age that have beaten what you got or they are where you want to be, and they started late like you did, okay? So don't use that excuse, I'm too old, I can't do it. There's always someone that's done it, your age or older, okay? Just know that. Now, if you're 107, you might have a tough time, but be the first one at 107 to beat whatever or do this, okay? You got it going pretty good so far. Okay, the 5 most common early warning signs: you're forgetting small daily tasks. You're not moving as much around the house or in the yard. Your home is starting to get cluttered, okay? That's a big sign. Cluttered homes. Now, if you were a clutterer from day one, that's not a big telltale. But if you were neat as a pin and you start getting clutter, okay, that's a telltale sign. You're socially withdrawing. You're not going out with your friends that much. You're staying in. You cancel at the last minute, okay? I don't cancel at the last minute or even pretty far in advance. When I make a commitment, I stick with it. And a 7-year-old kid taught me this lesson. It was my son. Unfortunately, I was divorced, and he was only 7 years old when he got divorced. He's at my place. He says, Dad, why don't we do this? I said, we'll do it next weekend, because I had him every other weekend, next time we get together. He said, that's what you always say. A 7-year-old told me this. So from that moment forward in my life, okay, and that was 30-some years ago, when I make a commitment, I follow through, okay? Now, making a commitment to myself and making a commitment to someone else, I can follow through easily because I've got it ingrained in me to follow through with someone else. Making a commitment to myself and following through is another story. We've always got to work on this. But I heard something very interesting the other day on one of these YouTubes. So you're committed to exercise every day, okay? And you miss a day. But he said, I miss a day, but I never miss 2 days in a row. So with any commitments you make for daily, say miss a day, but never 2 days, okay? I really like that one. Okay, let's move on. Your confidence drops, okay? The things you did before, you were thinking you can't do, I went through that phase, okay, baby? No, we're going to get you out of that, okay? There's a lot of videos on this channel to help you with those kinds of things. How to avoid the nursing home, the 5 fixes, okay? Strength training for seniors. We covered that in another video, but if you like one in much more detail and you want it sooner than later, leave me a comment down in the comments, okay? Daily 20-minute walking plan. Just walk 20 minutes a day. And if you miss 1 day, you don't miss 2 days, okay? 20 minutes is not a lot. You get in the fresh air, plus you need the sunshine. You need the vitamin D. In the winter, more than you do in the summer because you're out quite a bit, and the sun stays out longer in the summer. Declutter and safety scan. Declutter your house. Make believe you're going to move. I got a buddy that's moving out of his house. 17 years he's been in there, okay? And he told me, don't move. Let your kids take your stuff out once you're gone. That's how bad it is, okay? And he's not a clutter guy at all. So I asked him, I said, you're not a clutter person. He goes, it's my wife. Hope she's not listening. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what his name was, but people will be able to figure it out that know me fairly well. Okay. Declutter, safety scan, make sure, put some bars up in the bathroom if you need to. Anything. Something on the floor in the shower if it's not rough so you don't slip. Medication review every 6 months. I do my review and I look at all the medications I take, which are 0, and I change nothing. And I go for my checkup once a year. And I'm never recommended anything except for one, statins. And I'll talk about that. If you'd like me to talk about statins also, I will. And again, I'm not a doctor, but I'll bring in an expert in statins to talk about it. Okay, stay socially engaged. I'm fortunate I'm a golfer, okay? And this man cave right here, I have the guys over during the winter about once a month. And then I've got guys that I go with, okay? Golf season, I'm on trips, I'm playing golf every week. I'm easily engaged. My wife, who moved here from Germany 20-some years ago, has a crew of girls she hangs out with. They go out every other Thursday night. And with the sister-in-laws, they go for everybody's birthday. And then she's got some other girlfriends she sees one-on-one. And then we've got the couples friends that we do not dinner dates, dinner at other people's house, okay? Dinner parties. We do dinner parties. Okay, so stay socially engaged. Don't bow out. I mean, I was at a point, too, where I didn't want to see anybody. And COVID is guilty and keeping us all in because the government said it was okay. You had to stay in, okay, which ended up not being the case. I talked about me being on a carnivore diet, an all-meat diet. What's in here is milk and a little bit of coffee, okay? So milk, dairy is part of the carnivore diet, so I have a couple of those every single morning. Okay, the real message. You are not destined for the nursing home, okay? If you notice these things you do, okay, and you know you should be doing better than that, seek out that advice. Go on go on YouTube and plug in the search bar, can't get up from a chair, help. And you will get videos to help you do that, okay? Again, I am not the end all. I am the beginning for you to go out and search. So if there's something in this video, because I can't expand on everything, and I'm not a doctor, and I'm not an attorney, and I'm not anything formally, okay, that is, you go find it, and I'm the beginning. And if you want some more clarification on something, you can't find it, leave a comment down below, and I will help you go ahead and do that. So, avoid the nursing home. I want to avoid it. I don't want to go. My wife doesn't want to go. So we are doing everything we can now, okay, to not make that happen. Make it a great day. And happy Thanksgiving if you're catching this before Thanksgiving.